Well, folks, the day has finally arrived that Donald found himself on the wrong side of a courtroom again. This time it was for that whole hush money business. You know, the one involving a certain adult film star and some allegedly creative accounting. The big question on everyone's mind? Would he be trading his penthouse for a jail cell? The answer in short is no. On January 10th, 2025, Trump was sentenced to an unconditional discharge. That's right, folks. No jail time, no fines. Not even stern talking to from Judge Judy. Okay, maybe there was a talking to, but we'll get to that later. The prosecution actually this sentence. They said it was out of respect for the office of the presidency. I guess even prosecutors have a soft spot for a guy who could launch a tweet storm about them. So Trump's a free man for now. But this isn't exactly a get out of jail free card. He's still a convicted felon, which, let's be honest, doesn't look great on a resume, even a presidential one. Now, in case you've been living under a rock, or more likely just trying to avoid the constant barrage of Trump news, let's rewind to 2016. The presidential campaign was in full swing, and Trump was busy making promises about walls and draining swamps. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, a different kind of deal was going down. Seems our protagonist allegedly had a fling with an adult film star named Stormy Daniels, and like any good reality TV star, he allegedly wanted to keep it under wraps. Enter the hush money. Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, remember him, paid Daniels $130,000 to keep quiet about the alleged affair. The problem? They allegedly fudged the paperwork, calling it a legal expense when it really wasn't. Fast forward to 2024, and Trump finds himself convicted on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. Who knew bookkeeping could be so scandalous? Now, what does Trump have to say about all this? Well, if you've heard him utter a single sentence in the past decade, you can probably guess. That's right, folks, he's crying witch hunt. Again. Trump maintains he's innocent and claims the whole case is politically motivated. According to him, everyone's out to get him, the Democrats, the media, probably even Big Bird at this point. He's vowed to appeal the conviction naturally. Because what's a good legal drama without a few appeals thrown in for good measure? Section 4. Judge Merchan speaks justice even for presidents. Now let's talk about the man in the black robe, Judge Juan Merchan. He's the one who presided over this whole legal circus, and let me tell you, he didn't seem too impressed by Trump's antics. Judge Merchan acknowledged that the presidency comes with extraordinary legal protections. But, and this is a big but, he made it clear that those protections don't give you a free pass to break the law. He said the seriousness of the crime isn't diminished just because the defendant happens to be a former reality TV star who once lived in the White House. In other words, no one is above the law. Not even a guy who tweets as much as Trump. Section 5. Inside the courtroom, Trump's virtual appearance. Now, for the main event, Trump's virtual court appearance. That's right, folks. He didn't even bother to show up in person. I guess even former presidents have Zoom fatigue these days. Trump appeared via video link from his luxurious Mar-a-Lago estate, looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. He was joined by his lawyer, Todd Blanche, who, let's be honest, probably deserves a medal for putting up with this whole ordeal. Trump spent most of the hearing looking like he'd rather be on a golf course. He alternated between staring at Judge Merchan and looking down at his feet, probably wishing he could tweet his frustrations to the world. Section 6. A win for Trump's lawyers, the discharge debate. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, if Trump's a convicted felon, shouldn't he be facing some kind of punishment? And you'd be right, normally. But Trump's lawyers are calling this unconditional discharge a victory. And in a way, they're not wrong. They see it as a chance to appeal the conviction without Trump facing any immediate penalties. They're also probably hoping this whole thing will just blow over like a bad hair day in a windstorm. So is this a win for Trump? It's complicated. He's a convicted felon, which is never a good look, but he's also free to continue his legal battles and, run for president again. Section 7. The timeline from indictment to unconditional discharge. Finally, let's take a quick trip down memory lane and revisit the key events in this legal saga. March 2023. Trump gets indicted by the Manhattan DA. Not exactly the kind of news you want to receive right before dinner. May 2024. Trump's found guilty on all 34 counts. The jury deliberated for a whole 2 days. Apparently, even they needed a break from the Trump show. November 2024. The sentencing gets postponed because why have one dramatic court appearance when you can have two? January 2025. Judge Merchan rejects Trump's attempts to get the case dismissed. He's not falling for any of Trump's legal shenanigans. January 10th, 2025. Trump receives his unconditional discharge. The courtroom erupts in a collective sigh of relief, except for maybe a few reporters who are hoping for a more dramatic ending, and so ends another chapter in the ongoing saga of Donald J. Trump. Stay tuned, folks, because something tells me this show's far from over.